So here we are at the beginning of 2014. Nintendo still doesn't get it. Nintendo still doesn't understand. This Nintendo Direct, this 40+ minute Nintendo Direct, let me tell you something about it. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for the gamer. It was for investors. It was an investor direct. It was a pat on back. It was a pat on the back to investors saying, hey, we're working on it. Here's what we're going to do to change stuff around. And a lot of stuff they showed, it wasn't that great. There's 3 things I got out of this Nintendo Direct. 3 things I walked away from this Direct with. 1, we're getting Little Mac and Smash Bros. Cool, awesome, hype. 2, the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console games for the Wii U are coming in April. Cool, that's sooner than I expected. Awesome. And finally, number 3, we're getting Mario Kart 8 on May 30th. The rest of the Direct was either completely irrelevant to me, or they just showed what we already seen. They didn't give us any new information. Like, what was this? So, this Direct was, for some reason, more 3DS than Wii U, which was already a big mistake right there. 3DS is fine. Millions and millions and millions of people have 3DSs. They're happy with it. There's a backlog of games. Even me, even someone like me, doesn't have some of these games that have been coming out for 3DS. It's just this huge flow of games coming into 3DS. There's games I bought I haven't even played yet on 3DS. It's ridiculous. It is insane. And yet Nintendo is still flooding this thing with games upon games. Some of the shit, now we're getting free-to-play games. Now we're getting games nobody asked for. Now we're getting games that don't even look good. And it was all up in the Direct. They showed off NES Remix 2. Why is there an NES Remix 2? Who at Nintendo is making these decisions? Oh, hey guys, I think we should take Super Mario Bros., make it so you can only play as Luigi, and instead of running left to right, we reverse the stages and run from right to left. Like, I'm not into the modding community, but isn't there a mod for this somewhere? Like, can't I go on the internet and just download a reverse Super Mario Bros. Somewhere? Like, seriously. And these guys get paid to do this, paid to think of it, when they could be working on something else. They could be contributing to something new, maybe just helping out with some other teams. No, we have a team of people just sit around with a bunch of, 30-plus-year-old NES games and find new stuff to do with them. Here at Nintendo, we pay people to do that. One thing I will give them props for is showcasing some of the indie games coming out. I think they could have, instead of showing off some of the 3DS stuff you guys showed off, just instead of having the whole 3DS section all together, just had the indie section. Just showed off more of the indie games, because there's a lot coming out. Now the Wii U side is where it was bad, in my opinion. I mean, they only showed off, games we knew about. A lot of the stuff they showed, like I said, it was just stuff we already knew. They showed off trailers for Monolith Soft's X game and Bayonetta 2, and we're like, okay, cool, because these trailers are going on for a little while. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And by the time they come up with the release date, 2014. 2014. Like, we knew this. We knew these games were coming out this year. We wanted a release date. You gave us no new information. All you did was show us a new trailer. Like, you're going to build up all that excitement just for a new trailer with no release date. At the very beginning, they showed off Smash Bros. And Little Mac, so, I mean, they started off strong. It was just crazy, and then it just went downhill after that. Got it back up with Mario Kart, and they showed May 30th. I was like, that's cool. That is, like, for some reason, that's sooner than I thought it was going to be coming out. Which is awesome. That's great. That part was great. And then they just showed Wii U games we already knew were coming. No new information on them. There's some games, like, we don't have any information on. Like, they could have showed a trailer with no release date, and that would have been fine. They could have shown Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem with a trailer and no release date, and I would have been fine with that, because we have nothing. We don't even have a screenshot of this game. That's how, like, left in the dark we are right now. They could have at least shown, a little more of Hyrule Warriors, a little more polish. They could have given the X game a real name. They could have, like, left no release date to give us the actual final name of the game. And that would have been fine too. But none of that happened. Like, overall, when you take everything into account of, you know, what this Direct did, what it had to offer, I mean, I know I went in, bashed it, but it was still just an okay Direct. It was not worth 40 minutes. There was no need for this 40-minute Directs. No need for it. You could have got the point across with a lot less time, to be honest. And yeah, I guess that's it. Like I said, this Direct was an investor Direct, not a gamer Direct. Nintendo. I don't know. Anyways, guys, PyroTakun out.